Hey everybody, welcome to Friday Quickies with Dina Rico and the Creativity Cave. I'm so happy to be sharing some really cool projects with you that are based on our World Card Making Day promotion. Now this only goes for another 2 days, but these products will be around long after that. There are all kinds of great things. My favorite are the kits that are part of this, but there's some other really wonderful stamp sets, supplies like cardstock, note cards and envelopes, and dimensionals, foam adhesive strips, and tear and tape. So that's a whole bunch of really great stuff. That's all discounted. So let me show you a few things that I've been doing with these project kits. Now there's 4 project kits that are on the special. There's the Calligraphy Essentials kit, which is so cool. It teaches you how to do hand lettering, and I love this idea because I've been wanting to learn how to do that really cool calligraphy hand lettering for a while. There's the all-inclusive Notes of Kindness kit. There's 4 different designs and you get 5 of each in the kit. There is the Lots of Happy kit, which is my personal favorite, and there are 5 different designs and you get 4 of each. And then there's the Soft Sayings card kit. I even have a couple samples here quick to show you. Look at how beautiful these cards are. And everything's in the kit that you need to make these beautiful projects. And who would not love receiving one of these cards in the mail? So I'm going to show you some of the things you can do after you've made all the projects in the kit. So you can make these really cute cards, but let's make another project using the stamp set that comes in here. Now each of these kits have ink, stamps, a block, and then some other extra stuff that comes in them. So I love these stamp sets and they're so much fun to play with. This kit, the Soft Sayings kit, has this really pretty stamp set. It's got a couple flowers, some leaves, and then a whole bunch of really wonderful sayings. So I've made this super bright, happy, fun card. I'll show you. And we're going to see just how easy it is to do this. So these are just 1-inch strips of cardstock, and I've got a piece of Whisper White that I'm going to kind of base them on. So what I'm going to do is put some adhesive down. You can use whatever adhesive you like. And then I'm going to glue these kind of in rainbow order. So I've got Poppy Parade is my first piece. And then I'll just butt each piece up against the next. Then I've got some Melon Mambo. Then I've got some Mango Melody. I had to really think on those. M words are tricky. Then I've got Granny Apple Green. And then my personal favorite color, Calypso Coral. Now you can see I have just a little bit overhanging, and that's no big deal. I'll just trim that off with my scissors. Okay, now all I'm going to do with these is take the coordinating ink and stamp each one of them. So I really like this idea because, like I said, it's just so easy to create a really fun, happy card. All right, so let me pull my ink pads out quickly. And like I said, I've got all of these stamped images are right from the stamp set. So to my dear friend, just a note, I'm happy you're in my life. Love you lots. Hope your day is great. Wouldn't that make you happy if you got that card? So let's quick stamp those down. I've got my stamps. I'm going to put them in order here so that I stamp them correctly. And I was just kind of alternating the sentiment style, like the font style on each of them. So to my dear friend goes first. Then we're going to do, we'll close that up. Then we'll do just a note. Now all of the colors, dimensions, and supplies that I used will be on my blog as well as the bottom of this video description. So if you click on any of those links, you'll be able to see exactly what I used. And of course, you can shop my online store. Now, these World Card Making Day specials are valid until Sunday, October 7th, 2018. So if you're watching this video later, you can still get these products. They're just not on the special for World Card Making Day. Now, I don't know about you, but I am really excited to stamp on World Card Making Day because In my job as a demonstrator, I tend to do a lot of stamping for deadlines, for classes that I'm offering, and things of that nature. My goal is to just stamp for myself on World Card Making Day, just to have fun. My husband is really sweet. He encourages me to stamp for fun every so often. So I'm going to definitely take advantage of that because it's a national holiday. I mean, like, you've got to, right? Okay, look at how happy that is. Now, I wanted this to definitely be the focus of my card. So I'm just going to take a plain crumb cake card base. And I'm going to just adhere this right to that card base. Just take this little scrap strip that I snipped off out of here so I don't get a bump. And then I'm just going to place it on my card like so. And then I'm going to embellish it with some of our adhesive backed sequins. Now these come in different kind of shades. Like there's kind of this peachy one, kind of a green one. I like this one. It's kind of like patina. You can see I've used a bunch. There's white, and then there's also these iridescent ones. I thought the iridescent would be fun with all these colors. So I'll take my pick your tool, take your tool, pick your tool, pick your nose, you know, this tool, darn it. And it's generally helps me pick these up and place them where I want. So I'm just going to go ahead and place these down on my card. I'm not doing a very good job of demonstrating it today for some reason, but I actually really like this tool. I've been using it a lot, especially for this purpose of picking these little embellishments off with the adhesive and then getting them down onto my card. So I'm really enjoying that part of this tool's use, but there's a lot of things you can do. You can see I'm just adding several of these little embellishments to our card, and I think that's probably good. Well, one more. Odd numbers, right? Got 6 on there. We're going to do one more, so there's 7. All right, isn't that fun? Okay, so that's my first card. Next, I am going to show you another quick card using one of the other kits, actually a few cards, using the Color Me Happy, or Lots of Happy, pardon me, card kit. Now this comes with watercolor pencils, and it makes all these amazing cards. But you can see like this one and this one they're kind of small cards. I wanted to make sure that I could use them on regular size cards. So let me show you what I did. First of all, I went ahead and colored this with my Stampin' Blends. Now it comes with watercolor pencils, but I didn't want the colors that it had on there. I wanted to kind of go outside the box, so to speak. Oh, get it. Okay, so I colored this with my Pool Party and let's see, I have Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, and then the Bermuda Bay combos. So I'm gonna take and color one of these little punch out pieces that goes with this card, and then we'll put it together similarly to how it comes in the kit, but I'm going to show you a couple of cool differences. So I'm going to start by putting some of the dark Pool Party in the center. Then I will kind of blend it out using my light Pool Party all the way to the edges, like so. And then I will go ahead and take the dark Granny Apple Green and kind of color in the center of my leaves along that little line that's drawn in there. Do the light one, blend the colors, and you get some beautiful shading with our Stampin' Blends like that. Now, I thought this was really pretty, but I wanted to jazz it up a little bit. So now one thing I will recommend to you is you want to make sure this is dry before you do it. And that is I'm going to take the blunt end of my light Bermuda Bay, and then I'm just going to add some dots on here to kind of continue the pattern of the center of this one. Okay, now I don't want to get too many dots on there because I still want to be able to see them. That's why I want it to be pretty dry. I'm also going to do the same thing with the dark Bermuda Bay, and then I just get even more shading. Okay, isn't that pretty? Now let me bring it close so you can see. Oh, So cute. All right, let's put this card together. So this is on a little, just a panel, but then that panel goes onto this folded card. So I'm going to adhere it like this. Boom. Okay, so it'll open up. And then we're going to add it to a layer of cardstock so it's more of a normal card base shape. So I've got 2 pieces of cardstock, a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Bermuda Bay, and then a 4 by 5 1/4 Pool Party. I really had to think on that for a sec. Wow. These are like my favorite colors. You wouldn't think it would be so challenging to remember them. All right, so I'm just going to center those layers on there like that. Then I'm going to take my card and I'm going to adhere this as well. And again, this is just so pretty. So I'm kind of centering this up also onto my card. And now my card opens like that. All right. Now to finish this off, I'm going to embellish it with a few pieces. There's this little gold banner that comes in the kit. We'll add that. And then there is some of this beautiful ombre ribbon. So I've just got a length here, and I'm going to actually just put kind of a couple pieces of those across like so. And if I was smart, I'd probably cut them at an angle. So let's quick do that. This is easier when you do it ahead of time, I might mention. I realized right after I put them on there that I should have done this. Okay, so there we go. They're on there. Then I've got this pretty little gold tag. I'm going to stamp on here. Here's to the happiest birthday yet. And this stamp set, like several of the others, has lots of sentiments that come in it. I'm just going to move my markers out of the way here. Okay, so I want to pop this layer. Well, actually, I need to stamp on it first. Pardon me. So let me grab my ink. I'm going to use just black ink. There's actually a black ink pad that comes in the kit. Sorry, I just jiggled my camera. Okay, so like I said, we'll pop that up. I'm pretty sure the kit comes with dimensionals too, so that makes it nice. I just have a sheet here I'm going to use. I like using up those edge pieces. Do you use your edge pieces? Oh, you can get so much more out of your dimensionals. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm just going to add these cute little flowers, that single flowers that we colored right here. And I had done one ahead of time as well. And we'll put that right over here. So isn't that a fun card? So that just is a little bit different than what was in the kit. I also have another one. This one is also kind of fun. I took this piece and I'm going to color it in with the Flirty Flamingo blends. And then I've got my Granny Apple Green again. So on this one, I'm going to start with my dark color. And I put dark color all the way around kind of the base of each petal. And then I'm going to come in and blend that out with my lighter Flirty Flamingo. I'll get some beautiful shading on this one as well. Okay, so there's that. And I'll come in with the lighter color. And what I love about this is it's just so soft and pretty when you color with blends, but vibrant. You know, it's, you get such beautiful shading, but the color is nicely vibrant. Whereas sometimes when you're coloring, you know, like with watercolors, you get a really soft, subtle look. This is nice, nicely vibrant. And you know I like happy cards, so vibrant cards are definitely happy cards. All right, so I've got that colored like that, and then I went on to do the Granny Apple Green. But let me show you what I'm going to do to make this card. Here's my piece, and I actually cut this apart so I could separate it a little bit. Okay, and what I'm going to do next is take another image from the stamp set, which is this pretty little single flower, kind of like the ones we just colored. And then I'm going to stamp it on the background here. Now I want it to be subtle, so I'm actually going to stamp this off on my scrap paper first, and then I'm just going to stamp it onto the background of my cardstock. Now I know you probably on camera can hardly even see it. It is nice and subtle because I didn't want it too bright and in your face, you know. But let me bring this up to the camera so you can see it is really pretty. Okay, next I will take, and I actually stamped sending you lots and lots of happy on this little label. Again, this is part of the kit. And I will adhere my layer to some Whisper White. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So we've got a skinny little layer, and then we've got our So Saffron card base. And then I will go ahead and adhere this to my card base. And then I wanted, when you have this piece together and then you put the label on top, it feels like you cover up so much of what you've colored. So I really wanted to see that beautiful flower a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is actually separate them out just a bit by just snipping them in half, and then they can peek out a bit more. I'll adhere them to my card. Now there's also a little gold banner that comes with this. So let's get that attached. There we go. And then we'll adhere this right to that card like so. We're going to put it on straight though, just because you guys are special. You get a straight one. Isn't that beautiful? So now you can see more of that flower, and I think that's just so pretty. This was also one of those ones that made a little teeny card, so I liked putting it on a full-size card as well. Okay, I've got one more card to make for you. This one isn't actually from a kit. It's from the one of the things that is on special, which are these delightfully detailed note cards and envelopes. All right, so they come in a pack like this. They've got kind of a cool watercolor look, and you can see like this is kind of an ombre one. Then there's this one and this one. So pretty. So the colors are Mint Macaron and Blackberry Bliss. So I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to just add a couple of little touches. I've got some of my Country Home DSP, or maybe it's called Country Lane and the stamp set is called Country Home. I can never remember. I just have a 2 by 3 inch square or rectangle, I guess that is, of this paper that I'm going to add on there. And then I've cut a little piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to stamp the sentiment. Now this is from the set Country Home, which I thought I had out, but maybe I don't. And I'm just going to stamp that sentiment in Early Espresso ink. It's really a nice sentiment. Thank you. Simply thankful for all the good things. I like that. Now I'm also going to take this little strip and use my triple banner punch to punch the end of it. Like so. And what I really like about this, and then I'm going to kind of give it a little bit of kind of texture. All right, and then I'll adhere that down. I just want it to stick out a little bit over here. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Kidding. I'm going to take my punch. This is the 3-leaf punch and some vellum, which I know I have some vellum out here. Okay, I'm going to take my vellum, punch a couple of these little leaves, and then tuck them kind of down here like so on my adhesive so that they stick out from my sentiment. And you can kind of curl the leaves too so that they aren't just flat, which you know I love adding dimension to my cards. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Then we'll put that little banner right over the top, like so, and then I'll pop my sentiment up. Now the last thing that I'm going to do with this is add a cute little bow. There's a new braided linen trim in the holiday catalog, which adds a gorgeous touch to this project. I have to tell you, right before I started shooting this video, isn't this cute? So simple. Right before I started shooting this video, I had all of my supplies in a little tray, and then I promptly knocked that tray over, so everything fell out, which kind of made me mad. Can you imagine? Okay, so I'm just going to tie a little bow with that braided linen thread or linen trim. And the other thing that's kind of neat about this is you can kind of squoosh, yes, that is my official term for this, squoosh the little bow and then I kind of like pop it open so you can sort of see that braided stuff. I think that's sort of cute to do. And then we'll glue dot that onto our card, and that's all that there is to that. Those beautiful backgrounds on these note cards make the card so simple to create. Now I can also take and add one of the envelopes with a stamped corner, and this is again from the Country Home stamp set. So isn't that beautiful? Now I've got I've got one more card to show you. This is another card that I've made using the Painted Harvest stamp set. And then this stamp is from the Soft Sayings, or no. It is from the Notes of Kindness card kit, the stamp set, or the stamped image. And I'm going to make this card on my VIP page. So this is for my VIPs. There's kind of a cool technique that I used with this one. And then I've got one other one to share with my VIPs too. So make sure you head over there if you're one of my VIPs. Now, if you're not a VIP, it's so easy to become one. All you have to do is shop in my online store. When you do, you get an invitation to my VIP Facebook group, and I've got all kinds of fun perks for my VIPs. So thank you so much for stamping with me today. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you again soon. Happy card making day, guys. Bye.